for them in our pick'ems. Definitely not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure there's any belief left, to be honest with you. I think we're just picking them for the sake of picking them. NongShim on attack. You got T1 on defense, and so we kind of get to see. I want to see a lot of lurking from Persia. Flash goes in, chamber peek, and this TP's nice.
Very good thing. A bit of a tag though on towards Buzz.
Bit of a tag. 10 HP.
But at the same time, early presence
back-to-back Iceboxes.
Closer towards B, and that pulls Meteor away.
Well, still going for a little bit more of a challenge at the moment, but you got to start to fall back just a little bit if you are T1. It's good respect, actually, from NongShim as well. Not trying to overstay anything, not trying to give an advantage over towards T1 here, too. And again, similarly, Margaret's not pushing too far up towards the A side just yet. So if needed, NongShim can fall back away from the B side. They could shift into letting Persia.
That incredible knife. They wanted to cut sounds and make him kind of even out with the rotates, but the knife just went in and hit 3. And so that keeps a 4-person stack here. We definitely got to keep an eye on the late luck. What a shot.
Waiting for Francis to trail back.
Eventually, Margaret's going to come through with a lurk, but I don't even know if it's going to be needed at the moment because T1 are looking to go for this quickly.
Yeah, not quite working out too well, though. Well, the lurk could come into fruition, especially if T1 continue to stay bunched up closer towards the site. Trying to move forward, though, again with a 0 point, but Stacks, good for the first one. Dabby.
Surely Margaret's got this.
Green, but here come the shots.
Wait.
Ivy, though.
Wait, hang on a second.
I missed all of that.
Dude, I'm focusing so much on the luck and he's killed with a 3.
How the heck has he just come away with that one?
Margaret just got there.
Please.
Yeah, I think that is warranted in this sort of scenario. I'm saying that T1's going in for this retake. I'm seeing no wall anymore from a Viper. I'm seeing missed shots out of Darby, but Ivy.
All right.
Here we go.
1, 2.
Oh,
okay.
little lineup.
Okay, but still,
I mean, second
at
one was
face
nice.
value, that's a 4K to come through from him, and that's a pistol round for NongShim, right? You got to alleviate some nerves somehow against the T1 Titans. Pistol round's not bad.
Definitely easing things up a little bit. A couple more kills would be welcome as well. More for the Armageddon coming through. But oh, look at that. Knowing that, yeah, this is what Pilsky was talking about. You know, they would be positioned, especially with a chamber. The salvos and everything.
It's like there were too many people.
So Snakebite back in, but still Buzz.
There's too many people and everyone was running out of
Sylvan
sight.
Well, he's got his teammates right up next to him. High-low setups for
And I mean, just while we've got this eco around as well, the importance on this game at the moment for our IGLs and
yeah, at least like this from T1. We've got 3-person stack, so they got to re-clear together so they can manage to stack the right site. I don't think they needed to do this because that gives NongShim a heads up that they need to speed up. In my opinion, that's a mistake from Stacks. Like they just re-cleared the question mark, they could have got a 3-person stack over towards A, then they used the knife and they obviously see the knife so they sped up. They just kind of undid all their hard work.
So let's see how many of these pistols give up a duel or how many are going to go up with the spike.
Yeah, pretty comfortably right now. At least, though, T1 trying to attempt at something from behind, especially with Meteor. Not quite noted just yet. They do have the alarm bot in his way.
What's with the Reyna and Icebox these days? The Reyna's not too bad. It's a weird map that relies a lot on duels, and the flashes is really good for pushing up and off, for pushing off and up.
Tracking the crosshairs. It takes too many shots, but he still does at least get away with one. So a couple of guns robbed away from NongShim right now. And the spike continuing to tick away. Pretty soon they're going to have to find their exit out of this site. All right, and there it is. Francis to do all the
very
work.
nice.
A fragment as well as
they lost one gun.
And that puts NongShim up to 2.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to consider that NongShim, did decide to start on this attacking side, finding that pistol and the secondary round is definitely going to be a good thing to be seeing. But I think more importantly for me, it's what is this first rifle round going to look like with the different changes that we've got on this composition for T1? Where is Meteor going to look to get activated? How is Buzz going to be playing around this chamber? He's going to be presumably positioned over towards that B site, right? So he can just rendezvous out of there from playing something.
See what the buy rounds like.
That's exactly what's going to be happening.
NongShim doing like slow takes. What is this? Instant knife lineup?
Chances here for NongShim. they're able to find an opening kill.
Dude, I've never seen anyone do
player
the
that's
knife
just
from
caught a
here.
little
It
bit
lands
kill
pretty
time for
fast. I
T1.
wonder if it's like
More importantly
you
as well,
can't
I
shoot
think
it past
right
this
now,
line, maybe.
with Ivy's 4K previously and some early
It's a
extras,
great knife
he's
back
waiting for the
though
Armageddon
to get
to
info, and that
there's-
is
there's the ult target I'm
insanely
talking about, though,
important
by the
duel
way.
on 5
Meteor
HP.
down first.
That creates pressure over towards A now.
He has been trying to push up from before. Buzz also trying to go for some adjustments of his own, you know, no longer holding the linear line down. I'm not quite sure how helpful this will be. He doesn't quite have the rendezvous needed to get away. So Salvo is instantly deployed and Buzz into a deep spot. Still though, able to walk away with at least one around yellow. Now needing to back off.
And this is where you can get a little bit of a reset happening as well. You can also consider if you want to try and use this Armageddon to clear a lot of the B side at the moment.
Oh, definitely could.
5 HP lurk on Margaret at the moment, so gotta keep your eyes open, see if T1 are aware of this one. But a big old swing from NongShim as they start to scale up towards this B side. 30 seconds to go to get a plant too.
Okay, Margaret gearing the trademark as well, but
Okay.
just allows for the team
Sylvan
to
has to
slowly creep up onto its yellow.
do that.
Sylvan though, holding down the lines. We'll be able to find a double kill.
Okay, spike down,
Spike
looking
down
like
on
it's
the
going for,
ground, and time slowly
but
dwindling
kill's
away.
not
Margaret
really.
with alert, finding a shot
They had
against
to go
Sylvan
get
now.
the spike
That's the chance
a little
to get
bit
the
ago.
spike planted.
But look how far open it is at the moment. You got to cross safely. At least that wall is up. At least Persia is still alive, so there will be time. Izu
Ooh,
down.
nice
Now
shot.
it's on the stacks.
Dude, Margaret low
Fragment
HP.
Stacks looking for the 1-on-2. He does kind of bounce it, but it doesn't quite land at the feet of Persia. So still needing to find his targets. He goes for a little trickle against the toxic screen and finds Margaret. Now where is Persia?
Ooh,
Goes for a
very
little
nice
crouch,
from
and
Stacks.
that's gonna be the shot against Persia. No idea
NongShim
that
should
he
be
had
pretty
crossed over
happy.
onto
I
the
know
other
it's a little
side.
bit gutting they didn't win the round, but
Actually
it's an
in a great
armory
position
buy
to
with
him,
4
waiting for
guns.
time, but as
It's
soon
a
as the ball
really
comes
nice
on down,
bonus.
finding that kill.
And they
I'm
managed
not
to
gonna
get
call it a
Ivy's
clean
ult into
round
this
by
one,
any
so
means for
let's see what
T1,
set
but
strat they
do
have.
Get that bonus round over the line. Some great damage to come on through. I think a little bit of overzealousness from Meteor, of course, going by himself. You're always going to understand the idea, though, as well. When you've got a Masters winning team versus an Ascension team,
Don't like the
there's
chamber.
going to be
I
this
think
level of dominance
once
that
they
T1
get
want to
money for
try
an
and
op,
instill.
it
This
will look
fear
fine.
factor that they have to be a team that has to be like you got to be scared of them, right? So going for these challenges, if Meteor finds an opening like that, it could have been really well for them. But hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Stacks is going to get
Tenth
these 10th
clutch.
clutch.
10th clutch ever.
Not bad.
Okay,
It's
and I
always lovely.
think
But you're absolutely right, Komodo.
T1
the
maybe
fact
think
that
the
you've got
same as me
this
as well.
turret placed down now,
They opt to
continuously watching out
eco
in
this
case
one,
Meteor
kind of
does
accept
push.
the round
He
is.
is, in fact, right now up towards pipes, but we do have an outlaw from
Not
Margaret
saying
as
it's
well,
done, but
marking the position.
Got to see as well, by the way, that with
I think
that
they
previous
realize that
round,
they
T1's
gotta
only one
they have
gun
better chance
surviving.
of winning
They're
just a
gonna have
full
to play a
buys,
little bit more respectable,
and I reckon
balance
this
out
will
their
be
own
a
economy for these
op.
next couple rounds. So they're on the pretty save buy. Meteor given the Phantom. See what he can do.
Wait, maybe they have to get kills to get an op
Unfortunately, I
here.
don't think he's going to be able to flank or alert too much right now. Just a lot of heat headed down Buzz and Sylvan's way. Meteor getting taken down by mid as well, thanks to Margaret and this outlaw. Izu, though, will be able to trade that off and does find the pickup
Okay,
for
it's kind of
himself.
about damage
It's a
here.
2-on-3 for T1, where they don't quite have the weaponry.
Yeah, but it's a good amount of time to be bought already from when the plant does go down. Some sniffing out for any potential flanks as well for NongShim. And now they can focus on towards the side itself.
That's a lot more secure.
Oh,
But
God.
Okay, Izu, still sharp as ever. Will
Wait,
be
and they
able
know
to
they're both
start
on the
us off with
left.
The first frag. Then on towards the next.
Okay, heavy armor
Unfortunately, the
diff.
outlaw this time not quite able to
Still, not too
land
bad.
onto its target.
Not
Ivy
too bad in terms
sidestepping
of damage.
Yeah, you got to hit both of those shots.
And again, T1 were kind of
unfortunately,
accepting they were
there
going to
to
lose
finish
this, and
off
it's just
Ivy.
full buy.
Miss
But
one
yeah, I
of
think
them,
they had
you're not able to pull that side
4-5,
arm
right? So they can't actually
enough.
get the op anyway.
3-1, NongShim. Are they going to have enough info and power in towards this next round, though, to continue this lead on the attacking side? I mean, we do consider, right?
Not a sleeper match. No, this one was always going to be close. Especially as T1 opted for getting rid of the neon maps. But that's a lot of the maps where they play double jewelers, which is kind of how they won Masters.
Individual moments of brilliance to come out as well.
Well,
Nice shot.
looking to launch more of that right now, at least. NongShim continuing forward with this pressure into the B site.
Yep.
T1 have been facing against this for the longest time. Meteor might have swapped up the positions, but he's getting gunned down.
Yeah, and I mean, a stark difference to what we saw from Depp, right? Where Depp's getting a lot of these openers, or he's assisting with these openers. Meteor's not able to do so at the moment.
It also does invite for a couple more T1 players, especially with
the
time
wall.
trailed away.
Oh,
Times it,
that's...
but still Stacks.
He ended up using the
If
wall
that wall
against
didn't come
them.
up, I
Respect
think
the
Persia wins
Stacks.
that duel,
And
but
that's
in
where
the
people like to
4
incide if they go for it.
around this A site,
Dude,
Darby dispatches
Dambi's
of that one,
absolutely
trades
sending
out.
it. Lovely
Easy
shots.
going
Oh,
here, GG.
lovely shots,
Just
bro. What
easy,
the hell is that?
unfortunately getting taken
We
away,
got
so
Margaret with a plum
down
gets
to the
ult,
spike, 1-on-2.
and
Nano Swarm down at his feet, but still Buzz
doesn't even
able
get a
to sneak
chance
up
to
from
get out of
behind,
there.
around to T1, finally finding the
Izu, what
adjustments.
the hell was that?
Absurd that Isu's able to get away with that many as well, right?
Up
When
floor
you think
Dylan,
that
thanks so
there's
much for
an
the 5
opening
months, bro.
frag
Thank
on
you,
the way
thank you.
of NongShim, and it's a
Doesn't Reina
call,
look
it's
a
an
little
audible call. Let's just
one-dimensional
rotate back
defense
towards
pushing
the
up
A side
every
after we
time?
find an
Nah,
open
you don't
hole.
really, you
Persia's
don't have to
alert.
push every time.
He loses his
You
life,
can
but
actually
it's
play
kind
pretty
of the go
passive.
time,
It's just the
right?
fact
You're trying
on
to
A
bully
you
your
can
way
play like a
into
lot of
side,
angles where
but
you can
also
get a
gotta
kill, get
contend
out.
with the decay wall that comes up over at this A site. You got a Viper's Pit too.
It works just because A site is just such a
Look
dual
how
heavy.
quickly he's just able to
Right.
adjust and find all of those kills. Sensational.
Just the fact that he was keeping himself tucked away as well.
Yeah, I think because it's like the map is so
Now,
simple
a little
that
bit
it doesn't really matter too much. It just means that you can kind of play
Finally peeling
these
away from the B side.
angles a bit more that are committed,
Interested to
that
see
are
if
normally
Downey
like
wants to
one and
use
done,
Blade
but you can
Storm
get
in
out.
a round such as this one. There is a stinger on board Francis, by the way, but it's going to be the Empress popped for Meteor. He is at the correct site in a more heavy lean for T1 towards A.
Buzz is close to Garage as well. If he gets the alt orb, that would be tour de force at the ready. But that said, especially with the utility coming through, a clear strategy
Oh
headed
my
towards
god,
the
dude.
site. But unfortunately,
Dambi
Team Rocket
looks
able to receive
sick
it.
on the entries.
Slain down by
Got a
Raptors.
lot of entries at
NongShim
the
gets
moment.
spike.
Does Stacks use the null command tee up? I don't think Izu's going to be able to hunt his Fury. They need to try and bring a bit of stability in this 3 versus 5 first.
It's a little bit tough, but at least Stacks sneaking from right underneath. Up around 410, that's the next kill coming through. Lockdown invested.
Well, they
and that's
go
the
for
Hunter's
this.
Fury
Sov
right
ult
back
for the
against it.
Killjoy ult. They got no vision
bit of
block
time.
though. Like, I'm not sure that's
still just
worth
got a
because they
brawl.
should just be losing this.
Trying to keep themselves alive in case
Oh,
the cells
God.
come back alive, but still Persia holding it all the way up.
Damn.
A double kill, and now it's just
Hitting
Stacks.
a lot of shots. Didn't get half. Salvos
Another
go in.
one-on-one. The salvos go through. Stacks running out of time.
Yeah, there's no time.
Yeah, very, very
and
nice.
that's going to be the round. NongShim.
It's hard in
keep
these
themselves
situations
alive
because
long
in the
enough to pull off those
3v3 when the
missiles.
ult
Yeah, I
goes
don't even
down,
think if the 0 point hits
it's
Ivy
kind of like if you
and
have a
Ruza's
Viper, I
missiles
think you can go for
availability
it.
at
If
the
you
end
don't
there,
have a
then
Viper, I
maybe T1 are gonna
think
be able to find that right,
you
'cause
probably
Ivy
just
can play
accept
with
it.
time,
But
a
it's
bit of
so
peek
hard
around
in
it,
the
Stacks would just
it's
hit
so
to
hard
have
in the
to get a
moment to
very crispy
not want to
shot
try
be able
ult
to
this
win
in a
that one at the end there
3v3.
again on the defuse. So around all of the duels, I mean, T1, they certainly give it a big old crack, I won't lie. But enough at the end for NongShim, and they will still hold on towards this lead and set themselves up for this next round where there's going to have to be a timeout. I was kind of waiting for something like
Maybe
this.
talking about the
T1
salvos,
are
maybe
really
talking about
being
the fact that they
pressured on
should
the
be
early stages
pushing
of
more on
Icebox.
defense,
You know, a map that
maybe
we heard
like
from them, the Nets,
mid-round.
we've not seen, right? It's either been banned from them or it's been banned against them, like from the likes of Ascent as well, not seen. So, you know, the fact that it is new
Arbor
for T1
rework idea.
means that this isn't a map that
Take
we're
away
seeing,
Cascade
you know,
and make the
on
Cova
the back of their
signature.
experience at Masters, right? They've had to have some preparations
Give
coming in
him
towards this
2
one.
or a cooldown. It would
Yeah,
have to
but
be a cooldown
unfortunately,
because 2 would be
gotta imagine
mental.
It's also not enough time, especially after
Dude.
after Master, so it's a little bit rough.
I just don't know
for
if we
them
should
right
be
now.
adding
It's
more
a
cooldown
bit of
and
that modified
stuff.
composition that they played from before. Which you adequately know.
Wait, which one's
which
one's Cascade?
It's just the way that you're kind of operating it, right?
Yeah.
They've been trying
He needs to
push
have
up
the big
forward,
wall
but
though. Otherwise
NongShim are actually
he's
doing a
useless.
fantastic job of finding these positions and isolating them. Sometimes it's Meteor, other times it's Buzz. So hopefully with the timeout, they're able to switch something up.
The
Well,
small
that's it,
wall.
right? Now you've
Oh,
got to
okay.
rely on the tenure of
So he would
Coach
have
Autumn
2
and all of his
recharge
wisdom
util?
to try and come up with something. He loves getting
I mean,
reps
it would
on
make him a
stage,
lot
right?
better,
And this
but
is the perfect scenario to be able to do so.
Still though, NongShim not backing down from a challenge. You do have Dambi in with the stingers, and okay, Meteor trying to sneak
Meteor's
through.
looking a little off. He's
That's
losing a
free
lot of
gun,
duels.
by the way.
And when
If
your
there
Reina
was
has
ever
an
a
off
shield
day,
for the NongShim
Yeah,
that's
bundle,
like
Duel
the
is gonna
worst
be
thing
a
ever.
painful one, but right now still continuing forward. It's going to be the trade out from Francis. Izu out from the back lines, and he's not able to find a chance. That's the Viper's Pit up, and that could very well be the round, Komodo.
Maybe. I mean, there's a judge in this pit for Persia as well.
You just don't have the guns. Oh God, Francis, he's on the hunt. And off towards the back lines. Buzz's foot has already been spotted as well. Ivy, unfortunately not quite able to take him out, but still,
Low HP.
look at the map. Yeah, low HP, 2 players still circling around him. Sharks as they were. Buzz trying to keep himself afloat, but how long can you truly make that happen? Both of them kind of swing out towards the sides,
very nice.
and it's going to be Francis picking up a quad.
Yeah, 4K for Francis.
So the timeout for T1 was for this round.
It starts off with the free classic in Persia. I mean, I mentioned that he's got the judge, but the fact that it's a very deep duel as well, look at that. That is just so quick to be able to find the shot. Got to see the value though now, Quack, on the timeout, right? You got to see this round look to be converted for T1 and what they've been able to figure out in these early stages of how NongShim is playing this half, right? If they're going to start backward towards the B site this time, are we going to see any impact from Margaret on the lurk? Are we going to see a shift back towards the A site to leave Persia to lurk over here? These are the things that T1 have already started to kind of figure out, you would hope.
Just using the initiates to set up a chamber more aggro. And I think this is the main thing though. Like they had to get an op-out. Buzz in general normally has to get an op-out anyway, and especially on the chamber.
Possible utilities coming through.
Yeah, the operator as well for Buzz on the other side of the map. So no value towards this B site at the moment, but no overcommitment in the delayed high to low peak.
What's your plan now? I mean, you know that they're up around the corner. They do have the toxic screen up as well. I mean,
it's what I talked about earlier, though.
Do I like the T1 comp? It only works on the right teams. And in theory, this should be a right team, but Meteor looks a bit off.
Is what T1 might have considered to rotate towards A, but you've got the safety net in Buzz holding the operator there, and that 0 point that just comes up, confirming a couple more bodies that are still around B.
So just a little bit extra. An extra safety net, as it were. But that still leaves a bit of the contention closer towards the B site. Look at Margaret.
Yeah, the timing.
Uses tube this time. With the trademark at his feet as well, though, does Izu kind of turn around.
A really good timing on this, and they look kind of aware. In 20 seconds to plan this. But one flash, got a knife. The solid recon. Francis manages to stick the plant though. 29 HP.
Finds his opportune moment to strike, and the spike goes down. You
no way they win this.
Now, as everyone has been slain. T1, all that's left is just Buzz. NongShim working the timer to their advantage.
I do think
needed to clutch this out. He repeats.
Oh god.
It's a double. Headhunter pulled out, and he swaps over to the automatic rifle. Where could Ivy be? That's what Buzz is thinking about right now. He could be around the corner, could be towards back site. So there's quite a bit to clear out. He has to bait out the utility first. There it is. Instantly tells where Ivy is, but does he have the time to continue to find the frags? Ivy is playing
no time on this one.
with him, and with that,
does good to get the kills. I mean, this was a good example of why the T1 comp's a little bit rough, right? They had to set one up here, and then you had the 2 people holding A, even though you set it up. And then you have a trip here, but you still have to watch someone middle. So even though you got aggro over towards A, it's still 3 people, and you can only have 2, even though you kind of know they're going over towards B. And then the same time, they prioritize Snowman right at the back, but they don't have it as heavy pen gun. Like I do think a big error that people do at the moment is when you prioritize. Let me draw it on the map. When you prioritize here, you're better buying a Guardian. Like you should always have a heavy pen or an Odin if you like an Odin, because then you can spam the planter, and then this pause becomes unbelievable. Instead of once they get towards here, there's nothing you can do about stopping the plant.
Shy about re-peeking, but Margaret will continue to press forward as well, knowing that Buzz is more than likely just alone. So even with the Armageddon being sent in as well, NongShim will continue to push forward. And push
Margaret
forward
is doing work. Dude, everyone's doing work from NongShim really, because everyone's just doing their role well.
Advantage has been found.
I mean, you got to consider this round as an eco to come through from T1, and Buzz had the tour de force online. With all the crossfires and chaos around the A side, it comes down to the 1 versus 2. It's good recognition for NongShim that they can just
you feel like the Yoru is better than the Reina of the chamber? Oh, for sure. For sure. At least better than the Reina on this map.
You still have alive. There's a snake spite if things get a little bit haywire. If you're Sylvan and you're on the other side of the map, however, yeah, you do probably just look to save this one.
This is like a
confidence
comp.
Remove these guns at the end of it because the economy is a little bit fickle still.
And if
with NongShim.
again, if these 2 aren't hitting, you just lose.
If he at least gets the first one, but surely you anticipate that the next player will be somewhere nearby.
Oh, the timing.
Yeah, spot it towards the back of the head. And instantly Persia knows what he needs to do, especially playing around yellow. Sylvan will make some noise though, but the timer is still ticking away.
Okay, very, very nice.
At least he gets a kill away for his troubles, but the round is what it is.
NongShim is still like low money. Like they're one away from getting reset, but
don't get me wrong, right?
they're just not losing the rounds at the moment.
It's not going their way. T1 are trying to set themselves up now, essentially.
Chobra is right, and they have a very good chance, especially as T1. In my opinion, T1 are like only really good on the double duelist maps. So when they started vetoing the double duelist maps, I think they got rid of Lotus and Pearl. I think that's them forgetting their win condition.
Value on this Reina so far on this defensive side to give opportunities for T1.
Not seeing too much in terms of the leaders as well. So right now sticking to this setup, especially with Buzz still opping away. It was the tour de force before, but this time he strikes, and that's information as well for T1.
They still have split, yeah, but even they didn't pick that, right?
Commit towards the A site.
Big Boon getting an A op shot like that one and getting out of dodge with no immediate sniffing out from NongShim. Only the stealth drone to be able to do that, really, unless you're trying to do a pop flash to get on the line.
Whoa. Surely consider someone the top of pipes as well. Stax is nearby.
So fast. That is nuts. That is nuts, bro. Okay, we said they had to start getting the op out, and that's a good example why, bro, that third shot is...
That is absolutely ridiculous.
I haven't seen that kind of stuff since EA, really.
Time is quick, but the reaction time from Buzz looks a little bit quicker to be able to get those kills in that round. Individual moments, Quack. Sometimes for teams.
Wow, that's nuts, isn't it?
These are what we need to see.
I mean, look at that. His player cam, his posture, the way that he's locked into his monitor.
That third shot is just
individual performances.
Pure madness.
Absolutely putting T1 back in.
The decision making to just re-peek there after he saw him and go for it is so sick.
When you consider the weaponry that NongShim are going in towards this round with. We got change of positions, however, and that's going to strengthen T1's knowledge in this round. Nothing's over towards the B site. Buzz is on the line, holding it nice and forward.
So in case Margaret might be around, but still, you got to watch out for the front. And that's where Izu tries his darndest.
Oh my gosh, what? What just happened?
Stax finding a triple.
How did that kill? It was so far away.
Throwing everything into the site. It's all
Okay, I much prefer this from T1, right? You know when we spoke about when they set up the chamber over towards A, but then they have to have someone watching Heaven, and then they have the trip here and still have to watch middle? Makes way more sense when the chamber can actually be over towards B, hold down B, and then you can all like move over one, and you can actually have 3 people fighting A. So, it would be so fine if they did this setup again. Yeah, okay, this is nice. Like you'll see it here. Right, you still kick the trip up, you get to get 1 person here, and then the Viper can go here as you have 3 here. You can't do it the other way around, it's purely because there's too many angles in terms of double avenue to get onto A.
Final round of the half, and
yeah, and here we go. We set up 1, and we can have the rotated 3 that we spoke about.
If you go back to really old Icebox and you consider getting up towards pipes, trying to drop a lockdown in, especially when there's no Hunter's Fury from your opponents to destroy it, that 0 point is actually really big information from T1 to assume that Margaret might be trying to do that. That's why Stax is dropping in the null command as well. They don't have anything to destroy it. They don't want to lose the space. So now that that goes in, it forces NongShim to act a little bit differently. They will still eventually get that lockdown in. But look at the space now that they're trying to spread around.
Look at Kitchen as well, though. But oh, thanks to the trademark from Buzz, Sylvan will be able to deny that.
But do they expect the double lock?
Off of it, it's still
great shots.
Continue to bulldoze into the site, but
okay,
instantly
double lock gets enabled.
Thanks to the information found from before. So the only one left that can do anything in this round for NongShim is just Ivy.
Yep.
This feels like T1 kind of woke up a little bit. Everyone's shooting now.
Spike is down. So
it's only Meteor that you have to worry about aim-wise, which I didn't think I ever I don't think I've ever
Buzz
said that.
instantly knows where to position his crosshairs.
Okay,
Simple
5. Is
pickup,
5 enough
and
with this
T1
comp?
does
If
bring us to a
Meteor
5-7.
starts shooting,
let's just
yeah, it
remove
is.
every ability that you
If he
have to
doesn't,
potentially scale in towards the site in
like,
this
I don't want
sort
to
of
put
round
all
and
pressure on
just
one
stop
player,
you and
but
your tracks from
that's what
getting
you
in.
get when you play Arena,
Well
so...
adjusted by T1. Again, I think I got to give props to just reading what might be plausible from NongShim, as I said, with the lockdown and that sort of scenario getting in towards the site. A good recovery for them as well. I'm interested to see what this switch up does actually entail as well. And for me, you know, is Meteor going to get a little bit more online? Because I think his team did a huge lion's share effort over on the defensive side where, you know, you switch it up, you're Rainer, you want them finding the entries. I'm looking towards Stacks to try and set him
It's
up.
like a
or
steam
if they're
engine,
going
it
for
takes
something
some time
different
to heat
as well,
up.
leaving Meteor to get
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit
it.
more autonomous as well.
I'm a Rainer here. Honestly, I'm probably one of the only Rainer believers.
On this chamber as well. So there's a lot of options that I do sort of see for
Most
T1 on
people
this switch up, but on the flip
hate
side
Rainer.
here, Quack, for
I'm a
NongShim
Rainer
as well,
believer,
I mean,
but
they are still in the lead.
I'm
It's not like
very...
they don't know how to play this game.
I'm very
They're
on
gonna
top
find
of the
a lot
fact
their
that
strengths on this defensive side.
you
Yeah, and I'm thinking about potentially retakes as well. I mean, you
have
do have
to-
the Tejo
you have to frag
alongside
heavy.
the KO. Oh, that rhymed.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to
Yeah,
see it Motherbound.
Gotta think about how NongShim could still bring this back into
Might be able to look out the window
They
for a
start
little bit,
things off
but
incredibly well. They forced out one timeout from T1, and they are probably feeling pretty
how much that
comfortable with
belief is
that.
rooted in Scream. Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I think for me, I'm looking at the refreshing utility on the side.
You gotta
of
believe.
NongShim and
Everyone
how
has
they're
to-
gonna be using
everyone
this
has to
one.
believe
Like,
for
how
it
are they
to
positioning
work.
their 0 points out?
Um,
What time are they positioning their
NongShim,
solos?
1-0 up in terms of
I think
pistols.
those are the little early bits that I'm going to be quite intrigued about.
And everyone goes for the
Especially
double
for
sheriff.
potential retakes,
Kind of a
but,
triple sheriff,
here we
really,
go,
if we
okay.
include this.
Salvo's out towards
Salvo's
Belt, but
aggro, make
T1
it look like they go
happy to
aggro.
play it
Ooh,
safe.
and at the same time they can take the orb.
Peek up through towards
Wait, they
pipes, send in the drone a little bit
a
further
mad
on to
drone.
spot any extra
Goes out into the
information.
open, he
It'll find
throws it
Meteor,
up here to
confirm
drone.
a bit of that extra information pushing down the tube as well, and you start to adjust a couple of your
That's
numbers
so
towards this
mad.
A site.
High-low as well up around pipes.
Yep, and T1, I mean, they're happy to take the duel.
Ooh, okay. In with the flash, Danby in with the peek, but instantly tailwinds
Jump.
away and off towards the top of Belt once again. Ivy has it marked.
He wants more pistol round 4Ks, Quack.
We'll see if he continues to get them up, but right now, positioned towards a safer spot.
reaction,
It's gonna be
Pudge
marketed
is
out
kinda
by
sending
screens,
it a
holding
little
the
bit.
off angles, but instantly with contact found,
Big
T1
flash.
continues to push
Oh
up.
my
A
God.
Salvo sent through. That continuously halts T1. They cannot push up. Now with that gone, they're still kind of stuck
I
behind.
think the
what could be
Persia
another
secures
toxic
this.
screen. Persia in with a flank. Meteor pushes up though.
Meteor
and he needs
gets
to
the
fight
heal
a
off.
lot more. Meteor out by
Oh,
screens, and
he
there
got
he
the
is.
heal off and he's
Yet
got
with
extra
another double,
HP.
and Izu finds a bit
Big
more.
1v1,
Persia for the
and it
trade.
comes
Instantly,
down to the
Meteor
person
should
that we
know
said
where Persia
has to
is.
step up.
But does
And he
have
walks forward into the
enough
angle
safety
instead
to
of
get the
insta
spike
sending
down?
it towards
30
B.
seconds remaining.
They silent the whole time. He knows that the pressure of him
Goes up
going
the
B is there.
ropes.
Meteor is low too, don't forget.
Very true. He does stick the spike down anyway.
Damn,
Tries to
dudes.
hop over
I
onto
think he
Raptors, and
thought
that's where
that
Persia
the pressure was
finally
enough, and then he
peeks
insta
out
went
like
over
a
towards
prairie
B.
dog. He strikes.
Double
Well,
pistol.
that means it is both
NongShim.
pistols going to the side of NongShim here on their opponent's map pick in Icebox as well. So if you want to start off your series, it certainly is the way to go. A lot of these duels a little bit haphazard over towards the A site. Start off again with Ivy finding that kill, but it's the timing on that
Dude, the
utility that we're
salvos.
talking about, right? The refreshable
Yeah, the salvos
utility
are
to come on
incredible.
through. Salvos providing some stalling power and stopping power. And
Oh, they hit
damage
some
as
lovely
well,
shots as well.
Really forcing T1 to not be able to challenge in it. So into the fresh rounds now. You're not going to see, well, you actually are going to see a bit of a buy-up for T1.
Ooh. Okay.
The
Let's see what
solo
Meteor can
stinger.
do.
I don't
I'm
know.
alright
It's
with
a
it.
stinger though. And instantly the salvo's already spammed over.
Well,
But Meteor just crawls under pipes.
yeah,
He's here
Smoto.
so
NongShim will go
early.
for
He
the
might
challenge
just
to
send
try
it.
and find some forward positioning over at pipes.
Yeah, well, maybe it's something that NongShim doesn't quite expect, but oh, you got Danby, you got Margaret, and now Ivy chimes in as well. The Guardian and
Nicely
everything
handled from
all
NongShim.
thrown down against T1. No entry
No
found.
plant on
I
this one as
understand the
well,
idea
so
for T1,
Meteor's going
right?
to struggle
You
a
know
little
that
bit.
NongShim in a pistol round have provided a bit of dominance and how they want to layer their information gathering around the pipes, right? They want to get a player on top of it, a player below it, and then eventually you'll drone up through belt.
What do you do as a
and
coach
it's
if
all
your star
reasonable,
fragger's
it's all
having an off day?
wishy-washy,
Just pray, man.
utility is strong, guns are stronger. And that's what
Get it.
Meteor is
Give him a
trying to
judge
do, right,
round.
the
Give him
ladder.
some
The guns are
confidence.
gonna
I
be
don't know,
stronger
man.
with
It's
a little bit of
it's
catching you off
especially if you're playing
guard
Reyna.
and
Normally you would
potentially
be like,
getting
it's okay, man.
an
Just
open
do your
kill
role.
Reyna stinger.
But like when
But,
your
yeah, it
role
doesn't
is
work
you're
out,
the
you'll go into the
solo
next
duelist
round and
and
you'll
you're a
have your
Reyna,
weaponry.
like you actually have to be fragging.
Still
It's
though,
not like I'm gonna say
yeah,
do
being
some
able to buy it
supportive
up
Reyna flashes.
does help T1 somewhat. At the very least, they do know how NongShim are trying to set themselves up closer towards the A site, but that is...
You would
said,
maybe call a
NongShim
round where
are
you're
adjusting
like
around this, and
fully
back
trying to
towards
set him
B,
up,
and mid they go.
and then if the
Dambi
round
with the
fails,
peek.
you're just
Dambi has
done.
had Meteor's number
Like,
in this map
honestly.
so far, man.
Meteor, yeah, I can't wait to see what the head-to-head stats are, but right now, at least, Buzz still trying to
Lovely
free up
shots
a
in
little
this
bit more
round.
space for his team.
Yeah, I was going to note Francis in the beginning of the round, actually, the 0 point towards the B side did ping up 2, and then they did also count the Izu drone to come through. But there is still a big emphasis for T1 on trying to bully their way in towards this B side. Darby with the Guardian.
If they are trying to bully their way through, at least NongShim will defend themselves.
Yeah, I mean, Stax has been sitting on this belt for quite some time, but no one on NongShim has just given him
This
a
knife might
challenge.
do a lot here.
Hiding behind the toxic screen as well. But, well, now with
Oh,
Persia
it doesn't
gone,
hit.
as he tried to push down mid, might allow for T1 to sneak their way further
They
in
got
as
so
well.
much
So
delay.
that
We've got to keep an eye on
forces
Dambi pushing the whole
refreshable
time.
utility, like you
It's looking
mentioned.
like the
To
pistol
get
round.
spent,
Izu
and that's when
tanks
you
himself
then
down to
get
10
your
HP as
foot
he
into
crosses.
the
It's
sight.
just a
Spike
spam through the
planted now,
window.
and Sylvan to
And
provide additional
Dambi?
cover too. So Dambi and Margaret, 2 apiece, trying to sneak their way up from behind. Dambi fires off shots.
My
And
God,
Sylvan and
everyone's 1
Stax
HP.
trying to reposition. Flooded and flushed in towards Margaret's crosshairs, but now here comes.
Oh,
Sylvan
did he
looks
cover
up
the
wrong
drop with
way.
the smoke?
It's down to just Izu at 10 HP. A bit of a spam through the cloudburst, but still Izu goes for the burst. He crouches, he turns away, he finds the Red Bull clutch. A 1-on-2, and it puts T1
I don't know how he wins that.
Ridiculous that he's able to find that one. When you look at all of the chip damage throughout the course of that round that NongShim are able to find, I mean,
Dude, the
some
shots in
great
this
shots
round
from
are
Darby to start us
insane.
on up. A couple of extra shots in the back for T1, of course. A 3 versus 3-ish scenario when the plant is starting to go on down. And I mentioned, right, look at how low all of these players are.
my
But
goodness.
what are we saying?
And the
was
thing
a-
is
was a
there,
faltering
like,
thing for Zeta earlier on. It's the team going for these 1v1 peaks.
Who
right?
did?
This
I can't remember
time
who
against
did the
better
damage on the
NongShim,
spam, but they
do
didn't know
that.
they had done the
go for these
damage. Otherwise, with that
1v1s.
trade, like he's
Even with
spamming
the
back
separate
here.
angles. Just
So
so
even though
easily
he's 10
marched
HP, they
by a
didn't know he was
master
10
like
HP.
Izu. Just
They
before
knew
a rookie,
he would
but
spam
now
through that
here
box
he
as soon
is,
as he
truly
knows where he
coming to
is.
his own. That said, though, T1 still needs more rounds, and like you mentioned before, Meteor still hasn't quite yet found his stride.
I'm pretty sure it
So
was one of the two that
possibly
was
now
surviving
with
that
him
had
stacked up
the
with
had the
Stax,
damage.
Looking for a bit of a peek. Meteor will be able to find that first one, but Margaret instantly trades with an outlaw. There is an op at play as well with Dambi nearby.
Yeah, he is.
close towards the
He is
side.
running at them.
But
He-
Margaret
I
still
do like
trying
that
to
Meteor at
toxic
least
streak.
waits for his team
Yeah,
here though.
Margaret is in a bit of a spot of bother at the moment. He has to just really play by himself. I
He
don't
is,
think
but
Persia's
he's got
gonna be
everyone that he
able
can
to
one-shot.
much. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, and that's
Okay,
the
is he
we want
back?
to see. Instantly dismissing away. Izu coming back
There's
into
for
rebuild.
sure
Francis
a
for the
round
trade.
one from
That
Meteor.
leaves us with a 2-man NongShim. One on an op, one
Oh,
low
Buzz,
HP
you've gone way
Francis.
too early.
Trying to go for the save now, but all right, Buzz
Does he?
far out from mid.
He's so
Yeah, the opposite
tempted.
noted as well.
Yep.
He's like, should I
So,
go for this?
Although it's a
No.
clear save, this does inform as to what T1 needs to do for the next upcoming rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you know, how early did we see a timeout come out?
Pretty
from
much as a
T1
golden
on,
rule when you're
their
lurking
defensive
here.
side, right?
Most people, if they
wonder
don't,
Silconon is
if
gonna
they look out
bring
here,
one out
your
from
team's obviously
NongShim
looking back
anytime
a sight,
soon as well,
they won't
especially
commit
after
past this
that
line.
previous round, right? The bonus, which
Because
looks
even if they're
so
here as
winnable
well,
for
like the
them.
chance of
Now
them
this one, the
thinking
first
that
gun
they can't
rounds,
go through here and
going a
want to
little
go
bit
through here
lopsided.
and will
Pop
catch
shot
you
from
off.
Darby.
Like normally you never like cross this line,
Still good to go.
to be honest.
But yeah, truly.
Like
and
if you look here and you don't see any,
especially
you
with
should
an
always
op
go
at
back to
play,
this.
Think about what kind of positions you could have set up. T1 have been looking to, like you mentioned before, a little bit of a bully, a little bit of
This is. Do you know what?
a way to abuse their way.
This is like the best
I
round
mean,
ever for
if you wanna talk
T1,
about
just
hierarchy
purely
at its
because
finest,
Meteor.
right, T1 is going to be the team
might get the
coming on
confidence
back of
back.
Masters, right? They're the team that
Fair enough.
they're going to have an aura around them that you got to be a little bit
Like, this is
worried,
what they
right?
needed.
But don't play scared.
The coach should be
And we're not
celebrating
seeing
because
NongShim play
there's for
scared
sure a
whatsoever.
chance now.
Yeah, it's been quite the scuffle repeatedly, especially into
Force him down to an eco. All about Dambi's op.
Playing a lot more defensive,
as we can
trying to
see.
keep Ivy alive. They are on, you know, a bit of a half buy and Stinger at play, so maybe looking to abuse some of the close range duels.
Interesting, they didn't want to go for the ult here,
but able to find a bit of an opener.
And last round, Dami did have that operator.
This was nice.
There again, so no adjustment this
Pretty
time,
methodical in the end. Just go close to the wall, then when the wall's about to go down, they wait out the wall. They throw their own Viper smoke and they nade.
Well, at least it's going to be the rest of the team already swarming in
front. Oh, and they will hunt for this heavy.
Once again, you have to wonder at some point.
Dude, look at Buzz.
Is this a bit of mental
Buzz is already on B.
To then suddenly bring Dambi somewhere else
locked in
for the next rounds?
I mean, yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't reposition the operator towards the A site, but you kind of also do understand. I put my hands up. I recognize that I am dead here.
You wave the white flag.
That's incredible.
Kind of, you know, just tangoing a little bit.
I mean, the outlaw no-scoping is not something that you can have confidence in. He did tag him first.
Ooh, nice shot.
It's going to be the big all round to come through from T1. What I was trying to say is a little bit surprised that the operator wasn't repositioned, but I do understand its power if it's just solo over towards the B site right there. For the tailwind to be popped, Dami gets the pick, he can get out of dodge. Here is that timeout that I was wondering just a little bit before. And it's getting close, right? 9-8. T1 starting to find some good strengths on this
and they're
side.
just A spamming. You got to shut down A, which probably means Dambi goes there.
It's just with the way how they're able to position themselves, at least for the past couple rounds, closer to the A site. Stacks, a little bit of Meteor coming alive now. Like you mentioned, with the op.
Do you ever think it's valid ever to blame a loss of a map on one player?
Able to purchase another one back up, but it's
it depends, man, because I should be saying no, right?
Yeah, I mean,
but
when I think about one of these strengths for this composition,
like, depends what happens in the game, man. Like, normally, okay, I always talk about teams and you're saying, like, I always say that, like, each map should be viewed separately. I think in a team, each round should be viewed separately. Like, if you're stacking up like 4 big rounds and it's all because of one player, then yeah. But normally it's a team thing, and like each round is its own little beast.
They're possibly doing right now in this very round. Off picked up by Buzz as well. Uses that to clear a lot of these long sight lines up tube as well. That could give a lot more room, but Margaret,
yeah, had to hit that one, and it's a really hard shot to hit. Well, that happened. We had a knife that went over towards B, and I think it hit 2.
Further space by yourself.
The Artist Sage Wall. Okay, well, this is a good example though. Did the Artist Sage Wall lose them the round? Yes. Did he lose them the map? No, that was a team thing. But he did lose the round. It's a good example. Thank you for bringing that up.
Still, though, not entirely out of the question until Margaret, that is, puts himself up individually onto the site. So Salvo's
the highest of heights. Wait, didn't get the kill, and Salvo's going. Does get the plant though. Izu's got the job with the 2021 Sage, just plant and die.
That's the thing that NongShim needs to work against.
The ult, oh wait, that's nice though. Wait, what? The ult pushes him out into the open, and then they KO flash it, and he still gets the kill. Oh god, yeah, this is what I was saying. As soon as Meteor's here, it's devastating. The 2K round was everything.
I mean, you're seeing the updraft from Dambi. I'm not sure.
I like that idea, to be honest. The Teo ult, force him out into the open, and then you flash.
When the pit actually does start to come out as well.
The leak out of the Viper pit saved him.
T1 stabilize. They bring it to 9 apiece, and they set themselves up now for what could be the round to gain them the lead. Right.
Steam engine, you're right. Actually, is the steam engine. He might top frag. Which is saying it's true. He might top frag.
standard Viper's wall as well to provide a little bit of safe passage across for the T1 members. I mean, already getting up to the pipes.
Is it enough though? Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of space, but still T1 just looked to ignore all of it. And it's Meteor off the zip lines. Stacks instantly for the trades, and that could very well be enough. Still though, lockdown forced
Guys, you lot are running into a killjoy without any plan. What do we...
Whoa! Stacks!
Oh god, man, Buzz has absolutely saved him. It wasn't him that hit the shot, it was Buzz. Chad, don't worry.
Players got down, and we're just down with Persia coming up from NongShim down mid. Stacks already has an idea.
Dude, the reposition's outrageous.
Oh, but Stacks just kind of leaving it through. Buzz in
Oh
with the
man, what a savior shot from Buzz.
Stacks has just gotten away with 2 kills in there, like pretty much just landing on his feet and immediately finding them. It's kind of funny.
Don't need a plan yet.
Hey,
Don't need a plan when you're just sending in shots.
The lead here, finding double digits first, and some hefty ults actually used in that round as well, right? The lockdown, while everybody is still going for the fights around it.
Yeah,
as
Buzz
you know,
really
like
saved him by killing the top guy.
Persia was going to be coming from this little later rotate, so...
Yeah, I really kind of do wonder though, Komodo. This win
Force
streak
him down
started
to an
off
eco.
of the little force buy round that T1 had.
The double pistol,
in the
gotta add that in
and
here.
with that, they really noticed so many of these positions that NongShim tries to play on the A site repeatedly.
Like if NongShim can't win this map now, there's like, I'm not sure they'll ever be able to win it against T1. You had Meteor with a slow start, they won double pistol.
It's also just Meteor once again working alongside the whole team, pushing and bulldozing their way straight back into A. NongShim try as they might, they've got a Marshal or 2, but they can't quite withstand the force that is brought out from T1.
Yeah, a little bit late in the activations on this map of Icebox, it may feel like for T1. A new wind blows their way. Again, this is just one of them.
From Francis here, it's an eco.
But
Okay.
you do consider that this would be the 6th consecutive round in a row from T1. That's when you start to get a little bit more worried.
Considering how they had such a strong start, but still, okay. Well, it is what it is. T1 are up to 11.
Big pyrons. I mean, they just can't stop A. It's not like we can break this down much. It is literally just A spams.
Can't buy up any
Yeah, we have a couple of rounds over towards B dotted in there, but
a really good early decision from NongShim here, it feels like, because T1 are waltzing all over you over at the A side.
NongShim timeout? Yeah, they did it like 2 rounds ago, right?
You got to think about, are we being baited into pushing the B side or pushing mid if we're expecting them to go towards the A side or something?
This is the second one.
This is going to be probably one of the more important timeouts on this map right now for NongShim. You know, this is going to be that potential swing round that could get them back into this map.
That Izu clutch? Oh yeah. Didn't he have a crazy clutch on the first half as well? Didn't he have 2 clutches, or am I just randomly adding one in there?
Whatever it is a round that is desperately needed.
Like Izu probably just saved him in this.
T1 kind of
The 1v3, yeah, 1v3 into a 1v2.
Swap ups as well.
Wild impact.
So far, it has just been, you know, a lot of the initiator utility.
Stacks at a 1v2, right? On B.
But the likes of Meteor and Stacks just breeze right past
on round
it.
3. Dude, that's a big round as well. That's the round that kind of breaks
Perhaps
the money.
Danby position towards screens now. Oh, Persia with the
Dude, I think he's going to Toronto for the Pacific. Dude, the third slot is really open. Like T1,
pretty standard Icebox.
T1 DRX, and then I just don't know who goes
Maybe
through.
Even expecting it to come out, and if you're not, well, now you'll already have your adjustments kind of planned. Your 0 point over towards pipes at A has just pinged out some good information. You know, there's at least a Persia over
Again, it looks like no one in chat does either, because you're just name different teams.
You could definitely look to do so. You're not really seeing too much up through A either.
Persia's trying to control as much as possible with all his smokes. I mean, the Poison Cloud out by mid as well.
Any team I'd really like to see at Masters? Oh, I tell you what, I'm a GE believer at the moment. So I kind of want GE to do it. I just think it would be cool, because that's an org that doesn't an org that doesn't get much to cheer about.
Instantly Meteor refracts. A bit of an opportunity for T1 to possibly sneak in towards the back of B, where you still have to deal with Persia, possibly Francis coming up from top mid, coming up from kitchen right now.
What a weird round.
Buzz with just an op.
It's a huge play from Margaret.
Back to back. The Korean veterans.
You got to remember as well, if T1 are locked in towards this B site, they know that they can get absolutely crunched on because of the Viper's pit that's still active in the in B main.
Well, at least they sneak away with a spike plant, and Salvos does kind of reveal where Ivy might be positioned.
We'll take that.
With a null command as
So
well.
it's a small win for T1.
You can frag your way out of this one. Buzz takes the matters into his own hands.
So nearly won that 48.
Ivy gone, but now just Meteor. Low HP as well. He might have the Empress.
He's just gonna go for the spam.
You
can spam this.
Null commanded up as well, so that just makes things a lot more difficult.
No way, you gave him HP.
But needs to spot up for the next. They're starting to dwindle him down. A bit of an high low as
oh wait, you can't spam it anymore. What am I talking about? Old thing. Old man. God, that was close. That was so close.
This is an old Icebox. Meteor can't
believe he turned that corner with the knife
just
out.
have a good eye view on towards the bridge to be able to deny it. He has to get active. He has to look for him. Gifted, I guess, a little bit of a kill onto Darby there to refresh his HP. But
I tell you what, the timeouts for NongShim has made T1 try and do different stuff. I think T1 don't need to overthink it and they can just A spam. But they did a timeout NongShim and then they went B, is in T1, and then they did a timeout again and they tried to do middle. So
still a lot of pressure for NongShim. You don't have the Viper's pit that you can put over to the B site, which
but I don't think T1 need to overthink this. I think. Oh my God, that's the fast one. 7 Saints with the tier 1, thank you so much.
Look at the rotation.
Probably my favorite Saint in chat, actually, I would say. Thank you so much, I appreciate the tier 1. Not going to miss an opportunity to flame Saint.
But you know what? You got the numbers. Let's just push and push our way through. Instantly tagging up on towards Francis as well. Buzz watching the back line.
I was going to say Meteor is fearlessly walking.
It's just Meteor. He is the queen.
Nice shot still from Danby, but gotta save this one. You got no money. Oh my God, he's got some crazy fast bullet aim though.
I reckon, I mean, Margaret's fine in terms of economy. Francis will be okay. He's 2 off his blades. But a 1 versus 4 for Danby, it would be an ace clutch. And he's just waltzed over Sylvan.
Oh, that could be it. Sylvan looking for him, and right there.
Okay, 2 chances.
X marks the spot.
Yeah, so there we go. T1 on to map point.
I don't know for NongShim here.
The
problem is they're probably gonna... Wait, can this comp even punish the orb take? I was gonna say they're gonna take the orb to try and get knives on A, but I'm not sure this comp could even punish it.
A little bit of unfortunate timing. The flash drive over from Francis and the peek out of yellow just being spotted just
they can shock Molly, I guess.
You're always going to understand why NongShim at a player
yes, they know he's going for the orb here. Do they have the shock Molly?
Equalize the situation on this defensive side, but now you know they're up against the wall. They cannot make any mistakes, and T1 are just looking to
no punish. They don't use the shock Molly.
NongShim kind of looking for some opening picks as
and
well.
And he manages to get the orb and has knives.
Push up, have walked away with 1 kill, but here comes Sylvan with a kill of his own, and Nullcommand instantly
that's probably why they were fine with it.
Wants to make this happen. You got Persia coming
no way, Persia got that kill. Did Buzz go for a jump peek there, or did I see that wrong? Okay, but now they killed the person that was lurking, and then they have a huge opening over towards B. The T1 just need to cut sound for a little bit, but they already committed the drone probably before it was called. They droned out, and then Stax got the peek. Dude, this is wild with what's going on. Like, it's an easy call here for T1, really. It's nice that Ivy doesn't get hit by that. Oh my God, the shots, sir.
Sharp shot from Stax. That is never going to work out for you.
I feel like the shots non-stop in this game were outrageous. Very nice from T1. Shout out to Meteor. Really rough start. He was kind of whiffing a lot, maybe like 6 rounds that we saw, and then just reset on attack. 2 pistols, 10 rounds, kind of rough for NongShim here.
Launching the attack rounds for T1. It's his